January 6th. It's why your uncle is calling you from a prison phone. January 6th wasn't just a way for QAnon members to get their steps in. It was the culmination of a high-level plot to overturn the election results. And now, after a year of gathering evidence and speaking to over 1,000 witnesses, the January 6th committee in Congress is ready to spill the tea on what actually went down.
Primetime hearings. The January 6th committee set to take their case to the American public. How they plan to argue that Donald Trump and his supporters planned the insurrection in an effort to overturn the presidential election.
The committee and its members really want these hearings to be blockbuster Watergate-style hearings, and they are meticulously crafted.
They're trying to make sure that this does not look like other congressional hearings.
Maryland Rep. Jamie Raskin has said that he expects that the hearings will blow the roof off of the House.
Yeah, that's right. The January 6th hearings are starting tomorrow, and every broadcast network, every cable news network is going to be covering this. Obviously, except Fox. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be spending all night talking about the real culprit. Why is nobody talking about how Congress has too many doors? If there was only one door in and out, this never would have happened. The crowd would have peacefully dispersed after hanging Mike Pence. Huh? You know who's going to be torn about the coverage of this? Donald Trump. Yeah, because think about it. On the one hand, he doesn't want anyone to know what he did on January 6th. But on the other hand, you know he would love his hearings to get the highest ratings of all time. You know it. He's going to be out there like, don't watch the hearings, folks. The fake news is saying I overthrew the government, which I didn't do. But it was the biggest overthrow of all time. But I didn't do it. I didn't do it at all. Watch the hearings, you'll see. So the Democrats are hoping that these hearings are going to finish Trump off the same way that Watergate finished off Nixon. But the difference is those Watergate hearings happened back in the 1970s. That was a different time. They only had, what, 3 channels back then? Yeah, Americans' only choice for entertainment in 1973 was either watching the Watergate hearings or chain smoking in between heart attacks. That's all they could do. And I'll tell you this now. If the Democrats want everyone to watch, if they want Americans to pay attention, they can't just have their regular boring-ass hearings. You know those hearings where they act like they just dropped the bombshell and the rest of us have no idea why. But you'll never believe what happened next. The White House counsel emailed the chief of staff, and he BCC'd the assistant White House counsel. Wait, why are all the cameras leaving? What's going on? What's going on? No. No. What they need to do, if you want people to watch in America, is you have to spice things up. You know, have a kiss cam going for the witnesses. Yeah. Get Shakira to do a halftime show. Oh, you know what? They should just get sex involved. I'm going to say it. Yeah. That's what made the Bill Clinton scandal so big. Yeah, you got to give people sex stuff. Like, I don't know, like that guy who stole the podium, did he have sex with it afterwards? Or that guy who dressed in the animal skins, that was a sex thing, right? That had to be a sex thing. You know, actually, I've been thinking about this hard, and I figured it out. Americans like entertainment. Congress wants Americans to pay attention to politics. Those two don't mix. But there is one person who can make political machinations interesting for the masses. There's only one man, Lin-Manuel Miranda. How could a red-hat, right-wing QAnon supporter break the border to get into the Capitol supporting law and order? In the room where it happens, the room where it happens. But yo, we don't talk about Bruno, no. High five, Bernie. High five. High five. All right, let's move on to some international news. Because while America is trying its hardest to preserve its democracy, Europe is tackling major problems of its own. iPhone chargers.
The European Union is officially adopting a common charger, the USB-C. That's the type of charger already used in most Android phones and other devices. All electronics sold in the EU will have to use a USB-C port. That's in order to reduce cable clutter and electronic waste. Apple has their own proprietary charger, and they say the proposed rule could render as many as 1 billion devices obsolete.
Oh, really, Apple? You're mad about a change coming out of nowhere that's going to render 1 billion devices obsolete. Oh, that's funny because I've got a drawer full of wired headphones that agree with you. Now you know how it feels. And you know, Apple claims that this new regulation is going to hurt them financially. But guys, let's be real. Apple always finds a way to win. You know, they have the regulation, but they'll find a way to spin this into making money, even if it's off of this. Thanks to the EU, your old phone is obsolete now. And in the old days, you might have just thrown it into the garbage, but not anymore. Introducing the iGarbage. A groundbreaking new way to throw out your phone. It's basically a regular garbage can, but like it's got round edges and it's kind of shiny. Anyway, it's $1,000. I'm gonna buy one of those. I will say this, if the USBC is going to become the default charger around the world, they've got to come up with a better name than USBC. That's boring. No one wants to say that. You know, like Apple, they went with lightning charger. Yeah, it makes you want to charge your phone. USBC. Sounds like you're filling out taxes with that. Did you fill out your USBC? And to change the name to something more badass, you know? Want to charge your phone so fast your dick falls off? You need the Thunder Blaster! Ow! Yeah, that's the sound it makes every time you charge your phone. And by the way, can I just say how crazy it is that America is struggling, like, how do we protect our children from gun violence? Oh, how do we stop people from starving even when they work 3 jobs? There's nothing we can do. Meanwhile, Europe is so far ahead. They truly have first world problems, you know? They're like, you know, I was thinking about this when I was in the doctor's office not paying the other day. But isn't it so stressful how you have like one charger, but then you need like a different charger? I was thinking about this. I mean, you know, there are many changes we could make. Yeah, I learned about this in university that I also didn't have to pay for. You know, you can like apply your mind and you can do this, you know? It's all about your perspective, guys. All right, I'm going on paternity leave for an entire year. See you guys later. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. All right, enough about Europe. Right now, there's an even bigger story brewing in the world of sports. You know, usually in golf, the biggest controversy is that a player wore a too colorful shirt, you know, or someone said a bad word after they sliced their shot. Ah, phooey! This time, though, golf is tied up in a real scandal because some of its star players are switching to a new league launching in Saudi Arabia.
It's caused a major split in the golfing world. A controversial Saudi-backed golf series tees off tomorrow. The tournament has secured several big names despite threats from the PGA Tour to sanction them.
American golfer Dustin Johnson quitting the PGA and joining the controversial league backed by Saudi Arabia. And this is coming after Phil Mickelson announced his comeback by joining the same league despite previously describing the Saudi regime as scary MFers who have a horrible record on human rights.
I understand that many people have very strong opinions and may disagree with my decision. But at this time, this is an opportunity that gives me a chance to have the most balance in my life going forward, and I think this is going to do a lot of good for the game.
We all agree that when Phil Mickelson says this gives him the most balance in my life, he means money, right? I mean, just say money. The reason I'm here is money. Yeah, because the Saudis are reportedly paying him $200 million. Yeah, so just say it's the money. Stop coming up with all these stories. I would say that to the audience if I was him. I wouldn't even play those games. I'd be like, yeah, you know why I'm going to Saudi Arabia? They're giving me $200 million. $200 million. Busy talking to me, why are you going, I'll give you $1 million if you shut the up. Busy acting like you've ever had to make this decision. People are kidding themselves about their morals. Everyone's like, oh, I can't believe he's doing. You telling me that for $200 million, you wouldn't play golf for the Saudis? Hell, let me tell you something. For $200 million, I would let the ruler of Saudi Arabia set up his tee on my crotch. That's where he can hit it from. I can buy a new crotch with that money, a better crotch. I'll be honest with you, I am torn when it comes to this issue. Because on the one hand, I do think boycotting a country like Saudi Arabia could effectively push them to create a less oppressive society. I believe that. Happened with South Africa during apartheid. People boycotted, the country was embarrassed, changed. On the other hand, there's an argument that maybe by bringing them in and exposing them to the rest of the world, that might cause liberal values to infiltrate their societies. You know, because it starts with golf, then over time it's racket sports, squash, tennis, yeah, now they're wearing shorts. Ooh, getting more liberal. Yeah. Then maybe you add a bar where people, men and women, can hang out after their activities, and then boom, you got a liberal society, or at the very least, a country club. It's progress. I mean, the real question here is why would you even want to play golf in Saudi Arabia in the first place? The sand trap is the entire country. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right, finally. If you're one of those people who can't seem to arrive on time for any meeting or any date or any event in your calendar, well, according to trend watchers, your time is up.
Being fashionably late is no longer in fashion, according to a New York Times article. It argues that now being fashionably late is out of fashion, that punctuality is cool. In the third year of the pandemic, apparently people are less sympathetic for old excuses of why you show up late to a meeting. The author of this says that now that more people have to go back into the office, they are more protective of their time, that they gotta be there, and less forgiving about people who are late.
That's right, people. Being on time is cool now. We're putting the punk in punctuality. Ow! Yeah! Someone just charged their phone. But still, let's not get carried away with this. All right, I agree. Yes, it is good to be on time, especially for big things, you know, like meetings at work or your wedding. Yeah, you don't want to be late for that, especially if you're the bride, because then, like, the organ player, they're going to have to fill time, you know? And just be like, dun, 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 dun. No, not yet. Dun, 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 dun. Still nothing? Dun, 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 still no. So look, I agree. I think it is good for people to arrive on time. But I will say this. I hate this culture of people who are personally offended by people who weren't there on the dot. Oh, you disrespected my time and you disrespected my family. Calm down. People get so touchy about it. You weren't here on time. Yo, back in the day, I get it. You had to wait at the mall until your friends showed up. You didn't know where they were. You didn't know if they were late or dead. You had no clue. Yeah. You didn't even know if you were stood up for a date until you saw the person the next time. Hey, what happened? Oh, I got married. What? But in 2022, no one should be pissed off that they had to wait a little bit for somebody to show up. You've got a phone, people. Use it. All right? Read the news. Play a game. Learn Japanese. Or maybe you should answer one of those 2,000 unread emails that I've seen on your phone. Oh, I was waiting for you. Yeah, they're waiting for you. You're gonna be mad that I'm late to dinner. Then when I finally get to dinner, you spend half of the time looking at your phone. Why didn't you do this shit before I got there, huh? Why? You got the phone, use it. No, I'm late. No, Trevor, you came late. You came late, Trevor. I'm not late. I'm giving you an opportunity to watch things online. I'm giving you an opportunity to watch a video of an orangutan pulling a guy through a cage. Yeah. Pulling a man. You've seen me before. You've never seen an orangutan pull a grown man into a cage. And then another guy comes to help him, and the orangutan blocks him with his foot. And that other guy's like, all right, I'm not helping anymore. This shit is crazy. And if you haven't seen that video, that's because you're probably always on time. All right, that's it for the headlines. But before we go to a break, it's time to check in on the weather forecast with our very own Desi Leidick, everybody! Desi. Sorry, Desi.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
The weather. Sorry, do we need to cut? What's up, Desi?
Hey, let me know when you need me on the show, okay?
We needed you on the show like 20 minutes ago, Desi. We started.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Here, let me just take my stuff off. Okay. You got some space down there. You don't mind sticking that there?
I
You got a
actually
recycling
do.
bin?
We should be. Yeah, no, I don't have
That's
recycling.
fine. I'll just take it with me.
Okay.
That's good.
We should be on the weather already.
Oh, yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
What's happening in the weather, Desi?
Oh, it is hot. I know, because I was just outside.
I mean,
Ooh. Hotter than Saudi Arabia. Oh, you know what you should cover on the show tonight? That whole Gulf Saudi story.
oh,
That'd be really good.
you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy is the fact that American country clubs have just started letting women play golf, and these guys are like, let's move it to Saudi Arabia. Every time I play golf, men criticize the way I play. They're all nitpicky about how I drive my real car on the course. Let me tell you something. I beat them to the next hole every time, so who's laughing now?
I hear you there.
Yeah.
Desi, we're very late now. Would you mind?
Oh, yeah.
doing
I
the
just got to
weather?
charge my phone. Can you grab my charger out of my backpack?
Oh, Jesus, Desi, I don't have the time
it's
for
right
this
there.
thing. Oh, Lord, what the hell is this? What is this?
That one.
What is this?
Yeah, well, those are my chargers. Yeah, I got my iPhone, my iPad, my iPad mini, my sound machine, my crock pot mini. But careful, though, there's a system.
Okay, what?
Yeah, don't pull the wrong one, because there is a bomb in there.
Desi, this is ridiculous. You can't go around like this. This is madness.
Oh, you know what? There's actually a story on this out of Europe. They're trying to condense down to one port. But here's my thing on it. I mean, what's so bad about having lots of different types of ports, right? All ports are beautiful. Ports naturally come in different shapes and sizes, you know, especially out of Europe. Oh, man. I have seen some wild ports in Europe. I did a semester abroad. It was a crazy time. Yeah. But each one is beautiful in its own way. And I'm going to be honest, frankly, I don't really think the government should be regulating our ports, right? My port, my choice.
That's
Do you need anything else from me?
Yeah.
Because I got to go meet some friends for drinks. I hate being late.
Oh, you wouldn't say. All right, well, you just grab this and
Yeah,
then we
I'm
can.
just
Yeah,
gonna
thank
get
you.
my stuff.
It's just funny that you were late for this and then now you're gonna just bounce up.
I want to be honest about something. I was talking about vaginas earlier.
When you're saying the ports.
Yeah, I just wanted you to know.
Yeah, I knew it was a vagina joke.
See, that's what I love about you. You always know when I'm secretly talking about vaginas. You're feminist that way.
That's what they say about me. All right, thank you. Thank you so much for doing the weather, Desi. This was really informative.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right.
And you're leaving now?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
well, have fun out there. I hear the weather's great.
Yeah.
All right, Desi Ladik, everybody.